Right. If you send law email and say, hey, we coming up to Big Nicks today. We're gonna talk about rebrand. We're gonna talk about rebranding the cigar. We're gonna get a new label for it.
Mm-hmm.
You come in here and take this, eat. That's 50% of what we do in here today. Eat, drink, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a 50% write off.
Right off.
Yeah.
Used to be 100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. That's all you got to do.
And we are back, baby.
Yes, sir.
I had to give some of that Glenlivet right there real quick. We back. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, you know, I'm Cigar Law. You know I don't do it by myself. I'm here with my brother, my compadres. I got my young bull nephew, Shy, in the building.
Sir.
We got I Am Bird in the building. We got Q Dog in the building. We got A Diggity Dog in the building.
Yes, sir.
And if you're just joining us, man, we got we ran through our cigar moment. We talked about the cigars that we smoking and the drinks that we pairing it with. And we jumped into our sports smoke. Talked about the games that happened over the weekend, college and NFL. Now, the time has come again. The time has come again, baby. We got no other than our brother Derrick McCoy in the building, man. He gonna bless us again like he did us 3 weeks ago. If you missed it, you missed a treat. So I suggest you go back and watch the first episode we had with him. And let it lead up into this episode right here because it's very important, very valuable information that he has for us. And he told us after the last show, he said, the stuff I got to tell y'all next gonna be even more. So get your pens and papers ready because it's going down. This is one of our guys, big time real estate, financial credit. He have all the knowledge behind this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some knowledge that we need that we don't know, as he said. Some knowledge that we need that we don't know. So please focus, pay attention, listen to what he's saying, and take notes. Great guy, humble guy. Always make time for Seven Smoke, man. So I got him a bottle of one of his favorite drinks, and I don't think I'm doing justice still because he deserves way more than that. So, but we appreciate your time, brother. No other than Mr. Derrick McCoy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Derrick McCoy.
Thank you for that introduction, Cigar Law.
Yes, sir.
Always
Yes, sir.
fun to be here with
Yes,
you
sir.
guys. Always fun.
Yes, sir.
You know, the last time I came in, I had an awesome time because I got the chance to just sit down and just talk about what we do. You know what I'm saying? And talking about what we do is always fun to me because for years, you know what I'm saying, I tried to get into the real estate thing and I didn't have no clue what I was doing, really.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, through a lot of strife and struggle, I started getting into the right rooms, talking to the right people,
Yes, sir.
and figuring out exactly what to do instead of fumbling on what to do.
Right.
You know, and most of the time when I talk to people about real estate, I get like real excited about it, and I probably start going down a rabbit hole because it's so much stuff that I learned over the years that I just didn't know, and we just didn't know where to even start and where to get it from. So now, instead of me, you know, trying to make a dollar off of the information I have, I want to spread it to us.
That's right.
Just because we should all know it.
You've been blessed.
I've been blessed with it,
Yeah.
so I'm going to bless as many people I can with it. You know,
Sure.
I have a young lady in the audience today. You know, she came up to me just out the blue and was like, you know what? I didn't know if you own these properties or not. She asked the question, was I the owner? And I say, yeah, I'm the owner. She's like, are you selling any of them? I was like, yeah, I am. And she was just trying to figure out. She's like, well, I'm out here trying to figure this out. Sure. Everybody just tell me we gonna make it. Well, you gonna figure it out. You gonna be good. You gonna make it. So instead of pushing her away, saying, no, I ain't got time, whatever. I said, no, come on out to Seven Smoke. Come on out to Seven Smoke, and we'll talk about it. Write your questions down for the whole week.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's not stop right at one question. I want you to keep them rolling all night. Watch the monitors.
So you brought random.
Just random.
A young lady came up to you to ask you questions pertaining to the real estate side of things, and you told her to come out tonight.
Right.
And she came. Bring your questions.
Bring your questions with you.
Wow.
You know, because she came. She's in the building.
Wow.
So that's how it should be though.
That's how it should.
It should be. If somebody walks up to Avery and say, Avery, how do I get in the tent game? Hey, we should be like, hey, this is what you got to do first. Come on to the shop. Let me show you what it starts out like.
And that's exactly what I do too.
Yep.
I will tell you, I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you why you're so successful, because I ain't never came to you and asked for a favor or any help in anything like that, and you said no. I've been knowing this man since 2007. Long time, man. That's just his character. And I mean, that's when you get your blessings from. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to start this thing off with saying, praise the Lord for bringing us here today. All of us, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
we all woke up in our right mind. We all doing good.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I just want to thank the Lord for bringing us here first off.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
I second that. Sure.
Right?
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
So, but like I say, when this young lady walked up, she said, hey, I just had that feeling. I wanted to come up and ask you the question. I wasn't doing anything spectacular except watching guys cut down trees. But she just asked the question, and I said, well, that can be your first step in the right direction.
Yes, sir.
And if I can provide her with the information and knowledge she needs to get that first round property under her belt, I will, and I guarantee you, because she took that leap of faith, just to come up to a stranger.
She winning by being here and following and listening to you.
We all winners. We all started out winning.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
gotta think about it. It's a couple million of you on that same race in the beginning. You made it though. You made it. You was the one that made it.
For sure.
So you already a winner. But
Wow.
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to her. Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy she made it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that we're gonna give her some information that's gonna get her pointed in the right direction today.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Good.
Yep. So go ahead.
Put your mic close to you real quick.
All right.
Just roll it in a little bit. Just make sure everybody. I need y'all to hear everything. I don't want y'all to get no cutouts because of these cars. I need y'all to hear everything that's going on tonight, baby.
It should be good.
If you could, real quick, break down some of the things you spoke about in the first episode. I mean, just go. You don't have to detail it like you did because they got to go back. They need to see it here for themselves. But just the lead up to the night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause you apparently how you said it. You said how you said before you left the house. You said, I got way more to talk about. So whatever led up to that tonight, can you just quickly go through that?
Yeah, we can recap it, no problem. Okay. You know, I basically started out just explaining, you know, who I am. I'm a pretty humble person, you know what I'm saying? Started out as a country boy in Mississippi. You know, at 17, I made my decision I need to get out of there. Because at 17, I joined the military. I had to get my mom to sign me up to let me join the military because you can't join until you're 18. But she gave me that waiver. Right. So that was one of the best moves I could have did in life also. So I ended up, you know, traveling the world, seeing the world. But then, you know what I'm saying, after I left Okinawa, Japan, I ended up in Valdosta, Georgia with like no debt because of cola. And Okinawa, Japan, the cola was through the roof. So I got here with no debt. Yeah. And, you know, that's when I got into real estate by helping a friend out. I helped him out by allowing him to quick ship to Alaska. He had 30 days to get to Alaska. I basically took over the payments from his rental property. Right. And when I took over those payments, basically that one rental property ended up being the only source of income for me and the spouse for when the government shut down. Right. Yeah. Wow. And a bill went off in my head like, wow, this is no matter, even though we're going through this turmoil, we're still able to maintain with this one rental property. So I was like, you know what, I gotta continue to do it. I gotta figure this out. We talked about how we did that deal. Then we talked about how we got into the basically the credit game, because you can't do it without credit. You can't do it without the credit. There's ways to do it, but I tell you what, doing it with the credit is the most important. Not only your credit, but your business credit. That's right. You got to have it. You got to have it. And later on today, that's what I'm going to try to focus on, about business credit, as in how to use your business credit as itself instead of using you as a cosigner every time you go in there for your business credit. Yeah, right. That ain't how we do it. Yeah. You got to be able to utilize your business credit as its own entity. Once you get to that level, things change drastically. For me in real estate, it did. Yeah. And I want to get on that later on, but right now, you know what I'm saying, I just want to take this conversation casual because it's a lot of people out there that, you know, last time we was here, we talked about you having 20 different credit scores. Everybody say you got those three. Those three, yeah. But you got 20.
20 of them.
20 of them. 20.
I said 7. I
DB8,
could guess.
7, 9, 12, 20. I mean, they out there, and it's beneficial to know them. So once you get to understand that, you know what I'm saying, now you know who to go to and ask for a loan and who not to go and ask you for a loan.
Wow.
There ain't no sense in going to some of these banks because you see your DB3, it might be 600.
Yeah.
But now your DB9 might be 200. But you might be in a 750, you know what I'm saying, and the DB9 compared to the DB3.
Right.
So you have to know that before you go in there and ask the question. And if they say we use a score algorithm, whatever, and you know that one's low, don't even waste your time applying.
Right.
You can work on getting that up. You know, you can work on getting that higher if you want to. All right. So what else we talked about that day? We also talked about just not knowing.
Insurance and not knowing.
Not knowing insurance. We talked about the IULs, Index Universal Life Insurance Policies. I asked the group.
Jumped on it.
All right, you looked on it?
I jumped on it, baby.
What'd you think?
I love it already.
Hey.
Man called me before I even finished filling the application.
Before you fill out the application.
Man called me. I ain't answer but he left a message. I said, "Oh, that was quick." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm set on that
man.
for sure."
Hey, and I like when I hear that because I know once you know it and you do a little bit of research on it,
man.
Oh man, it's through the roof. It's like what?
It's mind-boggling. It seems like almost unreal.
Unreal. Yeah. It's almost unreal, but you know it's real.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sitting here telling you if I'm not even engaged in it, if I'm not doing it.
That's right.
It's real. It's real.
That's life insurance?
Yeah. It's a life insurance policy that you can use while you're alive.
While you're alive.
You're alive.
I'm finna say, so it's something like 457B? 457, is it something like that?
It's close to it. Close to it. But it's better. It's better than 457s because what we was talking about last week was the IULs. The reason why I like it is because we still have access to our funds that we put into that policy even after we have a death benefit and we have a living benefit, a cash value that we can use in that policy while it's tax exempted, while it grows.
Oh man!
And when you take it out, your money is still growing. Now if that don't sound amazing to you, I don't know what will, because it's like I'm gonna take a loan out for this piece of property, but at the same time I already have this money in this account that's growing based on the index that you choose for the investing in.
Right.
Go ahead.
So basically what you're saying, okay, once you take that money out, that rental property gonna pay for
the repayment.
Yeah, the repayment. So you just steady
rolling.
Gradually growing. Okay.
Right, but while you have that money out in that form of a loan, that money is still growing as if you never took it out of that policy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. You missed class.
I told you, man.
You said you missed class.
I missed class.
Man,
you missed class.
Yeah, now you over here shocked now, huh?
Man, I'm on vacation, man.
And it just started.
Hey, it just started. It just started.
Mm-hmm.
Because you. Well, the way I did it, there's so many different ways to do it, but what works for you works for you.
Yep.
So I opened a policy for about 1.2 million, something like that. And I knew that I was going to be selling properties, and I was like, I'm going to be sitting heavy on cash and what I need to do with it. So I don't know what's going on in the market right now. We have a lot of changes. We have a new president. We don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it'll happen soon.
Yeah, it happens.
So you just got to be ready for but you don't want to tie your money up in something that's you're not going to be able to get access to if something hits the fan right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
You want to be able to go ahead and get access to it like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I found it today, I want it tomorrow. And so that IUL is perfect for me when I'm trying to do with it. So you end up putting about $500,000 in, and then we let it sit there until we need it. And when we need it, you know what you don't have to do? Since you went here last time, you don't have to qualify for it.
Boom.
You don't have to qualify for it.
Wow.
You go to a bank, you can have your money in the bank. Guess what happens? You got to qualify to get it. You got to qualify to get your own money.
That's crazy.
That's horrible.
Terrible.
But I put my money in this bank, and they giving me 0.03% interest on it. And I got to qualify. I got to have a certain credit score, debt to income ratio, longevity. But it's your money.
Whew,
now you can go take it out, but once you take it out, guess what? It stopped growing.
It stopped growing.
It's barely growing in the bank account anyway.
Already, yeah.
So you want to put it in something that's going to grow it, I mean, that's averaging 9 to 10% at least.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, high yield bank accounts is only going to give you 5. You know what I'm saying? 5%, and that's good in some cases when you compare it to a bank. But now, when you able to jump on and go back and get that money out with no qualms, I sent a text message, email, phone call. I need this money there tomorrow. It's a loan, or it can be a withdrawal, either one. And you don't have to pay it back. If things just didn't work out, you don't have to pay it back. It's just that they're gonna take it from your death benefit in the end.
Wow.
Right. So you got maybe a million or two in this policy, and you took out a $50,000 loan just to go buy a $150,000 house, whatever. So you don't have to put it back.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You got your first property. You have your first property, and sometimes getting over that hurdle of getting your first property is the biggest problem ever. That's the biggest hurdle you can get over is so many things we don't know. Let's just try to get to it, and when we get there, hopefully we did a good job with analyzing it and everything.
Well, y'all take notes. Y'all get your pen and paper. Please have your pen and paper ready. Good God.
So that right there is one of those tools that we can utilize that can create generational wealth.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if you structure it right, it'll never go away.
Yeah.
Companies like JCPenney's, Walmart, they use the same strategy. Same strategies.
That's the
same strategies every day, all day.
But ain't no representative from neither one of them coming out here telling us about it.
No, unfortunately they're not. Unfortunately, they're not gonna tell you that. But I take
Can you give us a recap of what the IUL stands for again?
Oh, it stands for Index Universal Life Insurance Policy. Index Universal Life Insurance Policy. Yeah. So it's a lot of different strategies to win in the real estate game. It's almost like, the government is giving you the blueprint almost as into how to be successful in real estate because we need it.
Yes.
Everybody need a place to stay.
Yes.
Everybody. Now, whether you had it or not, it's up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Because now, and what are they looking for? Affordable housing. There's government programs right here in Valdosta that's giving tons of money just to house homeless veterans.
Right.
Tons of money just to house these homeless veterans because I've seen veterans come out of the military, high-ranking individuals, and end up homeless.
Quick. We just talked about it. That's crazy.
I'm talking about it can happen quick, and we watch it every day. We watch it every day because we working with this company in town. And I was in the military. It could have been me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It could have been me.
Like
but
that.
just like that, because if you come in and when you're 17, 18 years old, and every day you have the ability to know for a fact that if you go to work and do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get 3 meals, you're going to get a place to sleep, and you're going to have a place to shower, and you're going to have an income. As long as you do what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
You set.
That's right.
Now you do that for 20 years and you come out. You might not have a game plan to maintain that lifestyle.
Right.
Exactly.
You might not have a game plan to continue that.
Right.
So that's one of those things where you got to always keep your focus because life changes quick.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like look at flexible mortgages. The flexible interest rates. Like the way things are going now, interest rates, taxes can easily go up and change your whole demographics instantly.
For sure.
We just had a natural disaster in this area. You think the taxes not going to go up? Oh, they're going up. The interest rates are going up.
They don't care about
Somebody got to pay for these Bunyan trucks that's running around here making about $1,200 an hour.
Yeah.
Somebody got to pay for that.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So we touched on that big time last time, but I mean, we could delve back into any of those topics that y'all want to and get a little bit more understanding of it. We definitely talked about like what's currently going on in the economy, on like what we think is gonna happen. We talked about social economics. We talked about, hey, we got to get away from that. Everybody had their own house. Everybody had their own everything because. I mean, there's other genres, other individuals out there, other groups out there they have 3-4 generations living in one house, and you could do that. You could do that easily. You can afford now easily if you do that. If you're doing that, you know what I'm saying. I mean, it ain't always where you live that will have a system or the economics or the agenda to promote those types of jobs. And if you just find yourself in those areas, you can find yourself in a bad situation because it's hard to just increase what you're making overnight. Because that's basically what's going to happen with these increase in taxes and increase in insurance rates for all of this that's going on in our local area right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it can definitely get scary.
That's the thing I was saying. Like a couple of months ago, like the city, like we got a raise. But I mean, a 4% raise don't mean nothing if the taxes and everything else going up.
The 4% raise came about 12 months late.
Yeah.
It already had happened.
Yes.
So you're just now playing catch up now. You're getting back to where you should have been 12 months ago. So instead of trying to keep up with what's going on right now, you got to figure out additional ways to make extra income. Right. We talked about in school, we get to about $25 a day to $50 a day, and we drop off on how to make extra money. Right. How to make that $100 a day. Yeah. We lose it.
Yeah.
Okay, we try to figure out like how can we do that? How can we make that extra $100, that extra $200, that extra $400 a month? How do we do it? And we said that okay, we go start a car wash business. Okay, we'll do some yard business. But we started running out of ideas at that $100 mark. How you make that extra $100? That's because you're not taught to do that. You need to stay unemployed.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's the goal. You need to stay unemployed. They want you to stay unemployed.
They want us to stay unemployed.
They want you to stay unemployed. If you decide not to be an employee no more, so where do you go to learn those skills? Avery, where did you go?
Oh my goodness.
Where did you go?
Look here, man.
Where did you go to find out how to do this?
What's crazy is that I didn't even apply for the job. I just got thrown into the job.
Right.
But once I learned it. I learned the basics of it in probably a month. The basics.
Right.
But from there, I had to network, man.
Yeah.
I had to get out there and find ways of getting right, getting better.
Right. And that's exactly what we said that, whenever we walk in a room, we should know everybody in there before we leave.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because we said last time that there's a deal in every room.
Yeah.
There's a deal in every room. There's some type of connection that you need to make before you leave that room, because you never know. You never know who might be sitting in that room that's looking for what you have to offer.
Yeah.
But they have something else that you might need.
Right.
So if you put those two together,
man, that's powerful.
It can be powerful.
You in a winning game.
Yeah.
You in the business then. So now, in North Carolina, what I did was I set up a mastermind group. Yeah. And I did that mastermind group because it was so many of us losing out on money that we was trying to go to these groups and gurus who was going to teach us how to do this game. And guess what they were doing to us? Ripping us off. They were giving us a bunch of theory, but they was giving us nothing to actually go home and take that next step with.
Correct. Give you everything to make you come back and ask them again. You got to pay for that.
Right.
Yeah. So
right.
Right. I got
So that's when I did the MMC group. And basically what that MMC group was, like-minded individuals that was interested in real estate. That's all we needed. And when we would come into these rooms, we'll come down to Valdosta from North Carolina and make purchases in Valdosta.
Wow.
Yeah. Bus trip down to Valdosta.
Yeah.
Look, back then, the house was $40,000.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of real estate. You buy a $40,000 house, eventually that house might be worth $1 million.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Depending on,
Real estate is gonna go up. That's a guarantee. Mm-hmm. It might fluctuate a little bit, come down, go up a little bit more. But in all actuality, it's gonna always increase. And usually what we've seen in the past is that once real estate increases in value, it stays there. It don't necessarily go back down to where it was back in the 40s. You ain't gonna never see that. You'll never see that. So once that wave is passed, it's passed. So now you got to see what's next. What's the next way we're gonna jump in on it and profit from it? You know what I'm saying? We got to figure that out. Mm-hmm. So once we're on that level, our next step is to start watching the market, start understanding the market, see how can we get in, where we gonna get in at.
There's a lot of fear in that, man. Because people don't want to take the chance because it might be a loss.
It might be.
Mm-hmm. But also there's that chance, man, you might win.
Yes, you might win.
Win big.
That's right.
I mean,
you got to take that jump.
But you got to. I mean, with real estate, you got to think about it like this. and I'm not gonna get stuck on this because there's some other stuff I want to talk about. But but with real estate, you gotta think about it like this: just about everything you do in real estate is a write-off. Everything.
Right.
If you purchase that property, you gotta pay property taxes on it. That's a write-off.
Yeah.
If you have to purchase that property, you need to put a new roof on it. That's a write-off.
Right off.
If I fly down from North Carolina to here, that's a write-off.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If I get a rental truck, car, whatever, and drive out to the property, take a look at it, it's a write-off.
Derrick, I'm learning that. Boy.
Just about everything you
And
do
I gotta
to it.
remember it. I just
Just
gotta
about
remember it, man.
Being a business owner, man,
Jesus.
to be in that realm,
Mm-hmm.
man, dude, it is beneficial when it comes to that.
It is.
Yeah,
It
this
is.
right here. If I'm talking, whatever
Yeah.
I do, if I say my receipt, just right off.
Yeah.
Because I'm
If-
talking about
yeah.
my business.
It's a
If-
business
that's right.
on me. Then.
Right. If you
Absolutely.
send law email and say, hey, we coming up to Big Nicks today. We're gonna talk about rebrand. We're gonna talk about rebranding the cigar. We're gonna get a new label for it.
Mm-hmm.
You come in here and take this eat. That's 50% of what we do in here today. Eat, drink, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a 50% write off.
Right off.
Yeah.
Used to be
Yeah.
100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Show that we're gonna go to Lake Tahoe,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna have that same discussion.
Yeah.
The flight up there,
Right on.
write off. The food, write off.
Oh man.
Cigar.
Giving y'all some ideas
Yeah.
for setting law.
Yeah.
Let's do a destination. Let's do a destination podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be there.
For sure.
Yeah. So when you start, go ahead.
So when you talked about the different credit scores, you said so many.
Right.
So what is the most important one?
The most important one is basically the one that what you're trying to buy. Let's say, for instance, if you go to a Lexus dealership
Okay.
and they use scoring algorithm 8, and your credit score to them is a 600, and you go to a Toyota dealership and you're trying to buy that same type of vehicle, and they say that your scoring, we're using scoring algorithm 12, but your credit score is a 750 over there.
Okay.
So now it depends on what you're trying to buy. So once you go and talk to them and figure out which scoring algorithm they're using, that's when you're gonna get the better deal. So now you can make an informed decision on which company you're gonna buy this product from, instead of just going there and hoping a prayer. Because the first thing they're gonna ask you, what's your average credit score? And you're gonna go on TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian,
Right.
and you're gonna see what that one credit score is.
Right.
It's so many more. It's so many more different scoring algorithms.
So I'm saying, do they combine or they don't?
So think about it like this. So if you go into a car dealership, your credit score might be 600. If you go into a mortgage lender, your credit score might be 700.
Oh wow.
They all
Based
different
on what
you-
algorithms. It's all different algorithms.
Gotcha. Okay.
So based on what you're trying to purchase, it's what's going to determine which credit score is the most important.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
So, but how do you find it? I think I told it last
Right,
time.
that's what
How you find out that credit scores? You got to
Right.
use My FICO.
My FICO.
My FICO.
okay.
My FICO. You use My FICO, guess what that do for you? It gives you all of these different scoring algorithms.
Yeah.
So now you can be more informed on what you're trying to do. As in what's going to work the best for you. So you go in the car dealership with a leg up because they ain't going to tell you which score, they ain't going to tell you.
Right.
But if you ask them and then they say, okay, we're using this one. Okay, I don't need you to, dump my credit score out to 50 different lenders. I just need to know the one that's using this scoring algorithm. And that's the only one I want you to send it to.
Wow.
So,
Yep.
so you can ask, you can
Yeah.
tell them that.
Yeah, like
They-
which-
they have,
which-
do they have to abide by that.
Right, they
Oh,
like,
yeah.
which scoring algorithm
if
you
you
using?
bring it up.
If you
Okay.
bring it up, like
It's
which
your
one you're
money.
using? It's your money.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, we're using this scoring algorithm. We'll go ahead and do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So that's one thing, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to your personal credit and your business credit, your personal credit, you need to have a debt to income ratio. You need to know your longevity, your different tiers of credit cards you have.
That's crazy. Man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Man.
So my
yeah.
FICO, you can find out all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is your personal though. I mean, you got to go ahead and figure out like when was your last card open? What's your oldest card? All that matters.
Wow.
If you kill your oldest credit card, your score is gonna probably drop about 40, 50 points.
That's crazy.
Right off bat.
Wow.
Some of them, if you pay off that card the wrong way,
Yeah.
it'll drop it also.
Yeah.
When everybody like paid a credit card off before and your credit score went down. Yeah,
I ain't never
I've heard.
It-
Don't pay
I've
off
seen
the credit card. Just pay.
You gotta keep like a rotating balance on it.
That's it, right.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Because-
and you see it shoot up a little bit, boy. I've seen that with Capital One for one. For
Right.
instance. They've done that. I had a little small little just to see, just to test it out because I heard
Right.
what someone was saying. And I said, don't pay it off. Just pay some, and you
Right.
will see they're gonna ask you. Oh, you eligible for 500 now. I think it was 200.
Okay.
200. Eligible for 500. So
Right.
I said, okay. I'm catching on to what they
you
asked
say,
about.
oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Now I'm getting it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah.
like, I mean, to be honest, who get to talk to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian?
Nobody.
Who get to ask them what they're looking for? You shouldn't pay that card off,
Low down
Mr. Law.
scoundrels.
You shouldn't do it, Law McGee. You shouldn't do it. Why? Why shouldn't I do it? Who's going to tell me that?
Wow.
Nobody. Nobody going to tell you that.
Nobody.
You have to guess it. They just want to see how your behavior is and how you operate, and not have the rules to the game.
That's crazy.
You don't have the
They
rules.
don't want you to have the rules to the
If
game.
you don't have the rules, if you don't have the rules to the game, you can't win the game. You can't win the
You
game.
ain't got a chance if you got the rules.
There you go. Now I have a fair chance of winning this thing.
Yeah.
But if I don't have no rules to the game, then I might as well not even play the game. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna lose every time.
That's real good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose the game every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
But we on the losing end, man.
Yeah.
I know.
So,
Yeah.
So how do you get the rules to the game?
there we go.
Now,
Hey, yeah.
okay, I know them, but I didn't just sit down and come up with them out of the blue. I actually had to go to a company named Credit Sense, and they taught me the game. I'm talking about, like, I had a 720, 740 credit scores across the board. I still wasn't qualified for mortgages though, at all. Can't qualify. No.
But they telling you as forever. They telling you.
Oh,
man,
you got a 740, you good.
Yeah.
For
you
a
can
car.
do anything.
You
Nah,
say
man.
you say
Yeah.
credit sense.
Credit Sense. SENSE. CREDIT. SENSE. Now, when I say these guys, they get to talk to all of the credit scoring companies.
Yeah.
They get to talk to the Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. They get to do that.
They got access to
They got access to them. They get together one time a year. They all go to a conference in Nevada, and they come up with what they're looking for and what they're expecting to get mortgages approved. They come back and they tell us what that is.
So it's that's like a football team.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yep. How we gonna
change it up on them? We're
Yeah.
gonna do this right here. Come on, man. We'll never be. Oh,
You'd be surprised.
That's the play. That's the play on us right there.
You will be surprised because, I mean, it is so many
That's crazy.
little nuances that can keep you unfundable. That's a term. Fundable. Are you fundable? Am I fundable?
Wow.
It could be something this simple when you go through underwriting. When you go to underwriting, it could be simple as this. It could be something simple as first name, middle initial, last name.
Oh yeah.
You got that, but down you got another account that says first and last name.
Yeah.
Small thing.
You're not fundable. You're not gonna get that automatic underwriting per se. You're gonna go in there and they gonna give you a choice. Like, oh, did they qualify? Nope. But he got a 780. It don't matter.
Damn.
He got too many different last names. His names on his credit report is all over the place. I can't tell who he is.
You ain't consistent, right?
You ain't consistent. You need to get consistent.
That'll be me.
You need to get consistent because you got these old addresses on your credit report. You gotta get rid of them. First name, your driver's license, your social security card, and your like everything on your credit report has to match that to get that automatic underwriting.
Yeah.
So I know they got me on that one. They got me because sometimes I use the D, sometimes I don't.
There you go.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes I'm a nut, sometimes I won't.
Sometimes I put a third.
Yeah.
Sometimes
That's what I'm about to say. Those ones with junior, the third. If you don't use it, if you don't use that junior, you and your pops got shared credit scores.
I used to get his mail too.
Y'all share credit score.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I used to get my pop mail too.
Yeah.
Hey, Pop, this ain't mine. This ain't mine.
I need to talk to my
Go to
son.
addresses?
I
Yeah.
need to talk to my son, boy. You better put Junior on everything you got.
Everything.
Put Junior, boy.
Yeah, you got to.
You know, is it true that you could call Experian and you could get some stuff
Removed?
knocked off?
Yeah.
Like removed from it.
Yeah, you get a lot of stuff knocked off.
Okay.
If you just change them addresses, those addresses are associated with that account. You change it, and it's like some derogatory stuff associated with that address. You can just say, "Hey, I found a discrepancy, and I need it to be removed." They have 30 days to dispute it to show that you can't, that it's accurate. And I guarantee you, everybody got inaccuracies on their credit report. You know why? Because it's a private organization. These are private organizations. This is not government organization. They private. They owned by private
That's how they
businesses.
can change up every year in Nevada.
They can change up the rules, change up the algorithm.
Low down scam.
And that's the worst part.
That's the worst part.
They have the ability to change it, and you don't know what that change is.
Right. Wow.
But they win us out, man.
Yeah. You know why? Because they get paid to report negatives.
Yeah.
So if everything on everybody report is positive, they're not making any money. They get paid to report negatives.
Wow, it's about like doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we need to get rid of that.
Woo, I got some bad names.
Ain't
Just
no
call them
money-
right now, but I ain't
no
gonna do
money
it. We
healing,
live.
you know, they steady giving you medicine, man.
That just chaps my butt.
Yeah, and just like I was saying that to get to the business side of it. You know, I was talking about you need to have your longevity in with your personal. You need to have your DTI right. Well, with the business side, you don't need all that. All they want to know is if you pay your bills on time, late or early. That's it. That's it. Because you're going to get a totally different score. It's not going to be TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian. It's going to be a paydex score. The paydex score goes up to an 80. That's it. 80 points. Paydex. You ever looked at your paydex score before?
No, I ain't never heard of that.
Man, you got that.
But I get
P-A-Y-D-E-X.
But get what?
P-A-Y-D-E-X. The paydex score. That's your business credit score.
DEX.
Mm-hmm. Your business have a credit score.
Wow.
Yep. And another thing we do wrong. We love LLCs.
Yeah.
Everybody got an LLC.
Man, but they telling us that's what you do.
Everybody and their mama got it.
Okay. If that's what you do, how many times have you got business funding?
Man, go to
How many times have you went to a bank and say, "Hey, here's my EIN, here's my articles of organization, here's even my operating agreement, and here's my how I run my business."
Yeah.
Business plan, my
And they
business
want me
plan.
back out the door.
Okay. You go in there, you hand that to them. What they gonna say?
You're a liability.
Why?
Like
You're
the
a
LLC.
LLC.
Like you're not a C corp or S corp or something like that. Like you're not a
You
corporation.
done heard about it. But let me tell you why. They gonna come up and say, "What's your social security number?
Right.
What's your social security number?"
Hey, hold on. What? I just gave
I'ma
you
tell you,
EIN.
I'm
I
finna-
want my social security number involved.
Law, this one of them moments where I told you I would give you something gonna blow your mind, right? It coming.
God.
Law.
They do that.
Let me tell you something. LLC is basically a partnership with you. An LLC is a partnership with you. If you look at your EIN, it's gonna either say sole proprietor,
Yes.
or it's gonna say your LLC name, and it's gonna say your name.
Right.
Why is that? Because that's not an entity. If it's just you on that LLC, it's a disregarded entity. That means when it comes down to taxes, it's going straight to you. It's like your income, because it's not a company. It's not a corporation. That's the only way you're gonna get to be a entity of its own, and if it's an incorporation. Companies, guess what companies do? Like when somebody come over your house, your company. That's your company.
Yeah.
So that means you and somebody else.
Yeah.
Sole proprietor, disregard it. Disregard it. So basically, what's blocking everybody that has a business and got a LLC and trying to get funding, guess what's blocking you? Your name is on that EIN. It's not it's not its own entity.
So what should be done?
You need to get your name off that EIN. Your name should be nowhere near your EIN in that LLC. The LLC is managed by members. It could be members or other entities. So the LLC is member managed, right?
So
you're never gonna see on the LLC a CEO. You ain't gonna see that,
right?
No,
That's
it said who's the members.
Who's the members?
Yeah, and is this a member managed LLC? Yeah, it is. So who's the members? And we need to know who's a trusted agent too. So now the only way you're gonna get that, the only way you're gonna be able to go into Tractor Supply and get a tractor, Tractor Supply and get a bush hog, and get any types of loans or anything like that, is you got to get your name off of the EIN for that company.
Wow.
Is it a step by doing
That's
that? Is
crazy.
there some type of step to do that?
Yeah. Just you got to go back through the Secretary of State. So the Secretary of State is the only thing that manages it.
Yes.
That's not dealing with nothing with the government.
Okay, so Secretary of State for sure. That I do recall. You got to go through them to get the LLC
Right.
anyway. So so I just go through them to change the LLC to corporation.
To corporation, right? And like a lot of people,
And I see
are
it
like
on there, too.
a lot of people reluctant because when you do your annual filing,
Yeah, I see it on there.
A lot of people hate to do that. You know why? Because they think that, man, I done spent so much on this LLC.
Yeah.
I done spent so much on this LLC, and now I'm about to lose all these years of business, tax returns, profits and losses, bank statements. I'm gonna lose all that. Now when I go back in there, they're gonna say you have no history.
Okay.
Nah, that's wrong. That's wrong. They're gonna record all that. All that's recorded with the Secretary of State. Your EIN, if you change that thing and say, okay, this right, okay, we're just gonna get a new EIN. So that's fine. You can do that. But until you get your name off of that EIN, it's just like you're getting a loan.
Yeah.
You're getting a loan. That's why they always want
My name,
that
Social
person.
Security
Your name and Social Security number.
Hey,
now you
man.
can't even put your name and Social Security number on a incorporation because you're gonna get a charter to operate. Now this is an entity.
Now it's
We're entities, right? We have a Social Security number.
yes.
That EIN numbers is that incorporation's Social Security number.
I'm on
Right.
it.
You can't put your name on it. So when you go and fill out our credit app, you can't put your name associated with that incorporation. Yep.
Okay. Cause it's crazy you say that because every time I try to use my business EIN, it's always a slap. I don't want to do it.
How do they even know that you own it? Your name is on the EIN. Get your name off that EIN, and we can talk tomorrow.
That's just low
We
down.
can talk tomorrow.
That's just low down.
And nothing. You won't lose anything. You still have all your history. You'll be good.
Golly.
Yeah.
Change LLC to corporation.
They could put that on the billboard out here today, and nobody's gonna do it. But it's that simple. It's that simple to get that funding. And man, I mean, we can go into the next step of that on how you get the funding. Because what are they looking for? They're looking for transactions. They want to see that business making transactions. They want to see that business making money.
Yeah.
And if you're making money, show it. You know, it's so many contractors in this area right now, and it's frustrating because none of them have proper accounts to even do business.
Correct.
Oh, I want it in cash. You think I'm gonna pay you in cash? Every transaction we do, that's illegal. I ain't gonna say it's illegal.
You say it's illegal.
It's illegal to me. I'm gonna tell you why. Real estate is like one of the U.S.'s number one money laundering scheme in the world, in America.
Money laundering.
Money laundering. So guess what? If you're not showing what the paper trail, they can hang you out to dry because you need to show. I think it's like 9,000, 10,000. You have to have a paper trail for that.
Yeah.
Because And now I'm gonna pay this. I'm gonna pay this guy to take this tree down for $10,000.
And the police gonna get you if you get pulled over and you got 9,000 now.
9,000.
It used to be 5,000, but now it's like.
But
No,
you
it used
won't
to be 9,000. I think it's 5,000.
5,000.
Really?
5,000.
Because if I go to the bank and pull that out, now I got to drive back across town and give it to him. I can pull it over and see that in there. Oh, what you doing with what you doing with that much cash? Do you have a large sum of cash? That's the question. In the vehicle. How you know I got cash in the vehicle?
Dude.
They can detect that.
Really?
Yes. Interdiction. They can detect that. So you think I'm gonna be pulling out 10,000 a tree, 5,000 bulldozer job? No, I know I'm not. It's 2024. You need to get a bank account. You need to get some type of money transaction system, a hotspot, something, and Square, something to show that transaction, right?
Yeah.
And you know why that's so important? Because when you go in there and apply for this loan, what they looking for? Transactions.
Yeah.
Where your money at?
Yeah.
But in their mind, oh, I'm winning because I'm not gonna pay no taxes on this money that I'm making. Is that are you really winning? You really not.
No.
Because
I learned that, man.
you need to figure out how to make enough to cover your taxes too. Yeah. And it'll be so much better. It'll be so much better. Ain't no more hiding. You have an account now. You can get loans. You know what I'm saying? Because just say for instance, if you're ready to go for a round of funding, Square would do this. Square would give you a round of funding.
Yeah.
Like 30,000 if you process 3,000 for 3 months through your business account.
Really?
If 3,000 per month.
Oh, 3,000 per
No,
month.
1,000 per month for 3 months.
Oh, okay. So
They'll give you a $30,000 loan. You don't even have to ask for it. They'll offer it to you. They'll offer it to you
On Square.
on Square. You can do it tonight. But see, this is why I say it's crazy, because let's think about it. This guy's running around with this heavy equipment, whatever, and he has about $55,000 a week in gas, right? If he took that $1,000 in his company, put that $1,000 in there, and collected 2 trees down, that's over $3,000 right there.
Right,
Yeah.
Do that for 3 months straight. You have 30,000. But no, I'm gonna hide. I'm not gonna show them what I'm making. I'm not gonna let the government see what I'm making. That don't make no sense. Okay, so now you did it with that company, and this is your tree removal company. Well, you need to go and get you a operations company that manages the gas, the fleet, that manages your fleet. Now, the tree removal company pays the fleet to rent the truck. Now you got 2 companies that has used $3,000 for that month. Okay. Now you got the fleet management. Now we have the personnel office, personnel management office.
Yeah.
And we told another
Do the
company. Same thing. Hey, we're gonna charge you for using our drivers for your trucks.
Yeah.
Pay them. Okay. Now that money done hit 3 different accounts, 3 different companies. And when they say that we'll give you $30,000 for each company that runs 3,000 through the company, through the accounts 3 times for 3 months straight. Now you send that $90,000 for depositing $1,000. $1,000. That $90,000. But I'm a hide. But I'm a hide.
And
now you got $9,000. Now you got some operating funds. You can go buy another Bobcat. Now you have 2, and now you making $30,000 a week instead of $3,000, $4,000. That's what keeping us. That's what's holding us back.
That is too easy.
That's way too easy. Way too easy. And this is something you can do all day.
Yeah.
You can do this tonight. You can do it tonight. Now I know you're successful in business. You've been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
Something that simple can be what's stopping you from getting the rounds of funding. That simple. It's that simple.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
man.
crazy, but I tell you, like I say, we can put it on that billboard, flash it all day. They'll drive past it, won't do it.
Right by.
Won't do it.
Yeah.
Pass right by. We got a question.
Okay.
You might have spoke on it. Kiara D said, can you elaborate on something you said last week about having an employee can be an extra income?
Source of income. Right. So the reason why I said that last week is because I learned something when I was running Amazon business. So it's basically the last mile deliveries for Amazon.
Yeah.
So we had about 38 vans, 38 of those little vans with the switch on the side. Yeah, we had those, and I was running it for that first year, and I was like, man, it's a lot of work, but it's some great money. I don't know if y'all thought about doing it, because you know Amazon coming here.
Yeah.
Great money. I'm talking about $380,000, $400,000 a month.
Wow.
A month.
Wow.
Great money. But after I did for a year, so we had ADP and everything, and I was just thinking to myself, they always say if you want to be a millionaire, you need to have 7 streams of income.
Yeah.
7 streams of income to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I got the W-2s back in from ADP that year, we had 83 W-2s, and it hit me. Damn. I was like, wow, that's 83 streams of income. Because every day they go to work
For real.
and they do a good job.
Yeah.
They come back to the station, no accidents, nobody dog ran over. We will profit every day off of that employee.
Right.
So when I told them last week that an employee is a stream of income, that's what I was explaining. Because if we are not making more than that employee out there delivering the packages, we're going to be out of business real soon.
Yeah.
So that's what I was trying to explain to her. Like every employee that you can produce that do a good job and make a profit for you every day, that's a stream of income. So you know how many people that's in this area right now that is looking for employment? We have ideas to employ these individuals, but we don't want to deal with it. We don't want to deal with that many employees. Okay, well, hire a manager. Create a job, create a
more
need,
employee.
create a job, create a need, and employ them. You got to train them.
Yeah.
If they don't know, they just don't know. But once you get them trained and they're out there doing a good job every day, on Fridays we're gonna have a cookout, barbecue. Mondays, if your wife is down and out, I don't have a problem with letting you go take care of your family. Keep work-life balance has to be good to maintain that type of employee, because it is hard work. They come in sometimes and they have 300, 400 packages to deliver.
Yeah.
That's wear and tear on your body as far as having to go up and down stairs all day. Because if you live in an area with a bunch of apartment complex, that's a lot of work. That's a ton of work. But like I say, what was an aha moment to me was that when we received those W-2s, it was 83, no doubt, streams of income that had been working for us that year. And that's when the aha moment hit me, that these are streams of income. Yeah, we can go out here and get a rental property and make $400-500 extra a month, whatever. But you can't if you have a barrier to entry into real estate, I would look into employing workers. Look how many trees on the ground out here. Get 2 saws, 2 employees, and a grapple.
Yeah.
It is.
Put it on the road.
It is.
Yeah.
That's at least 2 streams of income.
Yep.
If they make enough to buy a third saw, that's a 3rd stream of income.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as they come to work and do what they're supposed to do, that's a positive stream of income for you. Yeah. So thank you for that question. Thanks for that question. Let's keep them rolling.
Jermaine Johnson, Jimmy, West Side Jimmy, that's who it is. He say, we're going back to the whole credit score dropping. That conversation. Paying off my car dropped my credit score significantly.
Exactly. You got to know how to pay it off.
You know how to pay it off.
You got to know how to pay it off. Just take that account from a $9,000 balance down to 0. You're probably gonna see a significant drop. And the reason why it drops like that is because that balance is an available line of credit.
Right.
Even though you're not paying it all, and you're not gonna be able to get anything else out of it, there's an available line of credit. And now
you don't need us no more.
Right. You showing us that we don't need you no more. So now when we take away that line of credit, you don't have as much availability. Even sometimes you can even find yourself in a situation where you have too much credit. You can have too many available lines of credit.
Oh man,
I've heard that.
So think about that. Think about how that can cause you major problems if you don't know it. Because we all can go out here and get department store cards, gas station cards, Chase cards, the Prime cards, you know what I'm saying, Tier 1 cards. But it's a limit to all of it. So you got to know which ones to have, which ones not to have. But like I say, we back to where we started. If you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know, you don't know.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Man.
Yeah.
We need to know. And that's why we need platforms like this.
Yes.
We need platforms like this with individuals that don't mind speaking or just explaining to you what you've learned over the years that work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all can use more knowledge. We all can.
Absolutely.
And
That's what's up.
and what I learned was, like, if you share it, you make new connections.
Yeah.
You always make new connections when you share information.
Uh-huh.
And I don't have a problem with sharing it. You know what I'm saying? I can sit down and talk with anybody.
We got another question. This is coming from Isis, the key. I hope I'm saying that right. She said, "What was the company that you can do the 1,000 a month for?"
Do the 1,000 a month for.
I think she was talking about on the Square account.
Yeah.
Square account.
That was an example. You can use Square for that.
Okay.
Square is one that I know works.
Yeah.
For doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's other companies out there. But I'm gonna tell you something that I learned. It's with it being so much that you don't know, you gotta go to the individuals that know it and have shown results.
Right.
Because it's so much that we don't know. I mean, at one point, this company was so good at it, they were able to tell me what card to pay, how much to pay, and when to pay it. When to pay it to maximize your credit score.
So they give you the playbook for sure.
The playbook,
sure.
the blueprint.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, it's a process to get it right, but once it's right, it's great. Once it's right, it's great. And once, okay, now they say, you're fundable. You are fundable now.
Right.
After we went through all the removals from your addresses, all of the removals from your name corrections, after you've done all of the pay downs properly, getting your card utilization to the right position. When you say pay them off, get them to the right position for where it's supposed to be. Right. Once you get to that point, life has changed. I'm for real. Because now, when I'm not applying for the credit, the business is applying for the credit. The business is applying for these lines of credit. And where I could go in there and probably get $5,000, $6,000, $10,000. These cards are getting $30,000, $40,000 per card. Yeah. And like when we say, when you have like 4 different companies, you getting that times 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So every card that you get from company A, you can get from company B, C, and D.
Yeah. And for that playbook we talking about, that blueprint, who do you have to go through?
We use CreditSense. We use CreditSense for CreditSense to do it. And when I say they had a playbook, they had a playbook. I mean, we wouldn't have been able to do it.
Is it true? Like for certain cards, like, you know, it'd be like here and there, but like you're not supposed to pay your credit card on the date that it's due. That you're supposed to pay like a percent. Like for example, like 30 days in a month. So I want to say like on the 6th or the 10th, you pay like a percentage of that. And then I guess before the 30-day mark, you pay like another percent. Well, you pay like the final balance on your credit card for that month, right?
If you pay your credit card on the due date, you paid it too late.
Okay.
Damn.
Yep. You paid it too late. If you're making that payment on the due date, it's way too late.
It's too late. Wow.
Too late. You have to pay that card before like the closeout. This is another one of them things that they taught me. If you pay your credit card, okay, it's due on the 15th, and you pay it. I got an auto draft set up for the 15th.
I'm about to say the auto draft is set up.
15th. I'm good. I'm good. Whether they make it on time or not, I paid on the 15th.
Wow.
Yeah, you too late.
Wow.
And they don't tell you, so they automatically ask you, do you want an auto draft?
Because guess what happens?
And I do, my dumb self.
Yeah.
I auto draft because I don't want to,
Right.
but it's not hipping. Oh my goodness.
No, it's not.
So
Taking it off the night.
So as a regular individual, not somebody that has a business or anything like that, what's the first thing you suggest? What's tangible thing that you can do? Not aside from getting knowledge from or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first tangible thing that you would suggest? If you want to start doing things
the number one thing that you can do, like he was just explaining that he pays on a due date.
Okay.
Number one thing you can do is make sure that you know when your statement closeout date is. For every card that you have, every account you have, statement closeout date. If you know when the statement closeout date is, you can save all that interest. Because once the statement closeout date hit, that's when they charge you interest. The due date is after that.
Okay.
Now, if you were, like, say for instance, if you had a balance of $100 this month, you doing good, you keep your credit cards in good standing and everything, but you decide that I'm gonna make sure I pay by the due date. Well, you're messing it up. You need to pay on before the statement closeout date, because if you're paying on the due date, all the interest has accrued now, and it's gonna be applied to you. So you just missed out on avoiding that interest payment.
So my due date is on the 15th. I need to set it up for the 14th or something like that, right?
You gotta look at your statement and find out exactly when it is. Because all of them different.
Okay.
So, but some of them say, okay, well, the closeout date is gonna be on the 31st.
Okay.
Some say the 15th. So you gotta find out when that is.
Just call them and
just call them and just say, hey, when's the statement closeout date? Or it's on your statement, your credit card statements.
Okay. Yeah.
You just gotta look at it and see when it is.
Okay.
First thing you're gonna see when you open the packet, due date.
Gotcha.
What's that the due date for?
Hey, that's all you want to see when you open it up. That's
as long as I pay it before this, I'm good.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta pay it before the statement closeout date
Okay.
to save that interest, to save from having to pay the interest on it. So you can pay it by the due date, but you still can pay the interest. So that's the first thing. You put yourself in the right direction.
Okay.
Yep. Second thing is you need to try to keep your credit utilization low. You don't want it to be 90% utilization on every card. You want it to be, honestly, you don't want it to be above 10% of your available credit. If it's $1,000 card, $100. You don't never want to go above that.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
And when want me to tell you how you get those credit increases?
Yes.
You have to show them that you know how to utilize that card. If your balance is over 10%, they're not gonna give you a credit increase. This is what I do. I call them, I say, hey, can I let's say the card $10,000. I say, hey, can I use $1,000? They're like, yeah, sure. I said, okay, I use it. But by the time the statement closeout day hit, I put it down to like 500. I'm still below 10%. Now when they report it to your credit reporting agency, you're below 10%. You're at 5%. But you can push it back up until that statement closeout day coming back around. And before the statement closeout day come back around, pay it back down to 500. Now it's gonna be reported your utilization is below 10% on everything.
Wow.
That's the second major move.
Okay.
Once you do that, the game is on.
Yeah, keep them questions coming. Keep the questions coming.
I got another question
sir.
for you, then. We got Aisha Stanley.
Uh-oh.
I think it's a good question right here. She said, as adults, we are still learning this. How do we make sure our kids and youth know this before adulthood?
Oh, that's an excellent question for us. Because in the black community, it's almost illegal to talk about money. It's almost illegal to talk about it.
Come on now.
You talk about money to your grandma, you might get slapped. Ain't none of your business, boy. You might be surprised, but it's almost illegal. But you can't be like that. Like we say, here we sit, and there's a lot of things that we don't know what I'm saying right now today. So if we don't bring them to the kitchen table when we discussing our next deal in real estate, I make my son do it all the time. He probably sit there and not know what I'm saying, but he'll be familiarized with it. He will have heard it before. What's insurance, man? It's like what you have to pay to drive your car. Yep. Well, now I'm finna break it down to him because he heard that part at least. So now I'm finna start breaking down to him what insurance is for. What's the purpose of it? Because he'll probably graduate high school and not know. Yeah. But we gonna send our kids to college not knowing nothing. Not knowing nothing. What I honestly had one of the guys that worked for me. I was paying him his check, paper. You know, he didn't know what to do with it. He didn't know where to put the check. He kept it at home in a box.
He didn't have a bank account.
No bank account. Didn't know where to put it. It's like, oh, I thought that, I was gonna keep this, and then when I wanted some money, I was gonna just take it to you again, and you was gonna give me the money later on. I was like, no.
You was the bank.
I'm the bank. I'm the bank. I was gonna bring it back to you and let you know that, okay, you're gonna give me the money later on, just like I owe you.
What's crazy, man, is that these kids, they don't know that. Plus, they don't know how to sign a check.
They don't teach in schools.
They don't teach how to sign the check. Don't know where to sign on the check.
Yeah,
right.
They don't even sign the check.
Don't know how to fill one out.
I was gonna say don't know how to fill one out.
Yeah.
No signature.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
crazy,
I told him, like,
man.
look, I signed the front of the check. Like you signed the back.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He said, okay, Dad, I got it. I got it. Because my name was on the front, so he thought he needed to bring it back to me.
Because you the one that wrote it out.
I signed the front of it.
Yeah.
And he saw my name on the front of it. So he thinking that, okay, when I want this money, I need to take it back to him.
Wow.
And give him the check, and I'm gonna get some money when I need
How
it.
many checks did he have, sir?
Man, he had quite a few in them. He had quite a few in them.
Dude, take them checks, and then it's like what, 90
Cash 'em.
days?
Yeah, he might get canceled.
Yeah.
After 90 days,
After 90 days, they
90
count.
days on there. Yeah.
Right.
Dude, get rid of them checks, man.
We're gonna have to have a we're gonna save and smoke. We're gonna this cigar table talk. We're gonna have a
Business literacy.
yes, financial business literacy
like
day
workshop or something.
or that, but just monthly or something like that. We're gonna do a monthly literacy day or cigar table talk based on financial literacy, and whatever we're gonna have to pay to get you here to talk this talk, man, we're gonna have to do it. You know,
I like the way that sounds.
you know what I'm saying? So I know you say you ain't gonna run for no money. So, but just for your time to talk this literacy thing, talk, man, it's gonna be, it's needed.
It's needed. It's definitely needed. Because like I say, we could take them all the way through high school, put them in college,
That's right.
Get their first taste of credit, and now they go out and grab this credit card that can destroy them for the rest of their life.
Yeah. Because they're not teaching us in schools no more. I mean, from my knowledge, from what I hear, and I talk to a lot of school teachers, they're not allowing them to teach.
Right.
You know, they have to teach based on what they tell them to teach, I think is bullcrap to me. However, they're not teaching the stuff that's needed for life.
For life, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's actually like illegal to teach that.
Yeah.
see, they made it illegal.
They made it illegal.
They made it illegal.
Why you think you see
all
all those disclaimers on YouTube say this is not financial advice?
This is for finance. This is for entertainment purposes.
Entertainment purposes only.
God. Yes.
It's illegal.
That's crazy.
It's illegal to teach that.
They are doing it right in my face right now.
That
And
curriculum is crazy,
We don't even
man. It's
realize.
hard.
Any kid doing,
Hard for these
man.
babies.
Right. That is
Credit
crazy.
to pipeline. What they call it? Credit to
Credit to the grave.
pipeline credit. I mean, they basing third grade reading level on how many prisons to build. I bet they ain't missing no beat on that part. They based on your third grade reading level. That's determined how many prisons they're gonna build in the future, based on your third grade reading level.
Wow.
Cradle to childhood pipeline or something like that. Cradle, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. It's sick. It's sick. But they don't teach us stuff that we need to better our future, our generational wealth and all that good stuff. So it's a play on us, man. It's a play on us big time. It's a huge play on us. It's sickening, man. It's real sickening for sure.
Right. So
Hold on, let me see. We got they don't even know how to fill out an address in an envelope. Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shaquan Dean said that right there. She's in the school system. Sister Danielle said, can you talk about the
UGMA.
UGMA?
UGMA.
I'm about to say UGMA.
Maybe that was a typo. Maybe that was a typo. I don't think I talked about that on the last episode.
Danielle, what's that? Danielle?
Yeah.
Tell us what that is right there for sure.
You gotta spell it out.
Yeah. What's that?
We got a question on YouTube. How do you budget for your rental properties, such as repairs?
Oh, well, that's a good one. Budgeting for the rental properties. Well, the first thing you got to do, you got to definitely make sure that it's going to cash flow before you purchase it. So if you can't, well, it changes constantly, but you need to know what your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is first. And if you can't rent in that area, that property that you're looking at buying, you don't buy it. Because if you can't cash flow, your first year in real estate, I wouldn't look to turn a profit for you. I would just make sure that I have a year's budget set aside for that rental property. Because if you don't have that year set aside, anything can happen. Tree might fall on the house.
True.
Seen a lot of that just now.
Yeah.
You know how many people gonna probably end up losing their houses because of that?
They don't have a budget.
No budget.
No budget, yeah.
Yo,
I was thinking about that, man. A lot of the houses out there, man, just toe down, boom. You had a property over here one time, didn't you? Yeah.
Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
I think
and a
And
tree
all the
came
trees
in. Oh,
came
yeah.
down over there.
All of them.
Yeah.
All them trees came down three
It was like
times in a
Jurassic
row.
Park over there.
Three times in a row so far. So think about that. So you lose the income for your tenant. You can't rent it out. You got to get it fixed to rent it back out.
Yep.
You're gonna have your insurance, yes, but you have to prep for it. You can't just say, well, I'm gonna spend all the income and now we stuck with this house with this tree on it, and we can't afford to get it out because the insurance companies right now will only probably give you about $500 for a tree.
Yeah, they not, man.
500.
Man,
They take way more
they
than
killing
the bad
people.
boy.
The insurance company,
Yes.
killing people around here.
Yes, $500 to move a tree, right?
Highway robbery.
Nobody, well, you need to send me those tree arborists that are gonna do this for $500 because they're not out there. They're charging thousands for one tree.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now
Absolutely.
And your insurance company just gonna give you $500 toward it.
to go toward it.
That's a drop in the bucket, man. That
Right.
ain't nothing.
So the smart way to buy that house is to make sure your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is covered utmost first of all, and then once you make sure that is covered, you take your profit for that first year and you put it aside.
Yes.
And now you have an operating expense for your incidentals.
I got a question on
what
that.
might happen.
Are you able to own like the management company too?
Yes.
Like you doing real estate? Because I know, like I watched like a few guys and basically they was like, they do it all. Like, well, basically one guy, I think he don't even really look at the property. I think he stayed in Texas, but he got like properties up there in Michigan. He was like,
Right.
I don't even go to the property. I just
Yeah.
take the money from it.
I found myself doing that. I ended up being a property manager while I was over in Afghanistan, and now that was fun because I wasn't the property manager, but I owned the property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to try to find somebody
To manage.
to manage it. Now that's hard.
I was
That's
wondering.
hard.
I was wondering, man, because I remember that.
Yeah, I was gone.
Yeah, was out of here, man.
I
I'm
was
like,
gone
man,
for a
but-
long time.
Yeah, he owned this property here, this property here. I'm like, well, who in the world is taking care of this stuff? You know?
Yeah. No, nobody.
Right.
But it's
So-
crazy, man, that a lot of people, man, they get into it, and the first thing they think about, I'm making this money.
Oh,
and don't
oh.
have the common sense to put that money back
You gotta put it
for
back.
just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Don't know what's gonna happen this way, but the first thing they do, they balling out. They
And,
gonna
and,
buy a
the,
car,
and the
you know,
topic
and
and the
all
topic
kind
is
of
this:
crazy.
you have to make sure that it's gonna profit before you buy it, because you make your money when you buy it.
Said that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
said
make your
that.
money when you buy it.
Yeah.
And then you hold on. Then like the I always do the buy and holds. But that's a long play, but it pays off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when people find themselves in that situation where they like, okay, I under budgeted or I didn't put enough back, and now I'm in a bad situation. Oh, I didn't know my taxes was a part of the monthly payment. Cause no escrow. When they realize that they're not part of their payment does not have the escrow with the taxes and insurance in it. End of the year, they end up with maybe a couple $1,000 tax bill and insurance. So what you gonna get that from?
Yeah.
So that's how we picked up some properties. Yeah. We picked up some properties because the guy was basically underwater with his taxes on 6 doors, right? And it was about $309,000 that we ended up picking up for.
Yeah.
And they're up over $275 now.
Wow.
Each.
Wow.
Each.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
So you make your money when you purchase it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I didn't care what it was cash flowing for.
Uh-huh.
All I know is you maintain this month for long enough, you're gonna get a payday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So that's what we ended up doing with that deal. But it was all from he couldn't pay the taxes, so he just did like a short sale for what he owed plus the taxes.
Yeah.
And we was able to pick it up, being in the right place at the right time. That was back to the IULs, being able to get it at right now, right then and there, right then and
That's
there.
an amazing thing to get into. If you're
How you feel
into
about
it.
like the government properties, like the properties that they have listed, like on their website? Like how you feel
The
about like,
government?
I ain't gonna say shotgun houses, but pretty much something like that. Like how you feel about those?
Every house has a tenant.
Okay.
There's a tenant for every house.
Yeah.
You know, just because you think that you won't live there, don't necessarily mean it's not a
Somebody
deal.
in need.
Demographics.
Yeah,
Basically,
demographics.
Yeah.
Just because you like, hey, I don't want to live in this house, somebody will live there. Somebody will live there.
And be proud in it.
There's some great
You know what I'm saying?
there's some great landlords in this area that have shotgun houses. Shoot, it is definitely still a buy. They're not making them on land. Yep.
Facts.
Yeah. How about we do this one day? How about we get together a group and just say who's interested in buying properties? And if you're interested, we'll analyze the deals together and we'll make a determination if it's something out there that we could buy.
Okay.
And work on it.
And I love that. So what would be for someone that may not have the financial status, I guess you say, the money, is there another avenue to jump into it, like meet that day or whatever, without having the funds real heavy?
Yeah.
So what would you do with it? What would you say to that person that may not have it?
It's definitely still an option because I don't know about you, but day to day, I'm pretty busy.
Right.
And there's individuals that out there that's not busy every day.
That's true.
You need them. Property management.
Come on.
You can put them in the deal.
It is.
Hey, put them in the deal for property management. Put them in the deal for, okay. Well, they have cash.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they have time. This person right here has the time to go and find the deal, because it's not gonna just jump in your lap.
Right.
You got to find it. And
Right.
once you find it, okay, cool. Well, who knows how to open an LLC?
Yeah.
That's all valuable.
That's all
valuable.
valuable. Sure.
Who knows how to set up the company and make it a property management company?
Yeah.
That's valuable. Very valuable. You know what I'm saying? So money is not the only, barrier to entry.
Right.
So everybody that's interested should be there, because if you're interested in it, there's a deal for you.
Okay.
There's a deal for you.
Somewhere.
I've seen it happen time after time after time.
Okay.
Because this person might has a 780 credit score, no debt, but they don't have a down payment. This person got 10% down, 20% down payment.
Yeah.
But got a credit score
600
something. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
But that's how you get part of it. That's how you get into that room.
Okay.
Right.
And I mean, sometimes it ain't all about credit scores. You also got to look at it as in, I've done deals where the income was so strong that the credit scores didn't really matter. Because if you got an LLC with about 10 people on it that's making $80,000 to $90,000 a year,
Ooh.
they don't care. They don't care because they know that money is available. The money is there. We all gonna open up accounts with your bank.
Everything is a play.
Everything's a play.
Everything is a play.
Everything's a play. So I wouldn't say nobody is out the deal. You just got to bring something to the table.
That's right.
Bring your talents to the table. Some people might have lawn care business.
Yeah.
You know, we need cleaners, and we're gonna do Airbnbs. We need cleaners. Put them in the deal some way, somehow.
Yeah. So Calvin be too busy in his regular job. He can't cut my yard out like he's supposed to.
He's too busy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, that's good. That's good information. I hope y'all writing this stuff down. I sure got my phone typing in my notes right now.
Typing in the notes.
Short-term rentals an option. That's Aisha Stanley. Or short-term rentals an option.
Man, I put it to you like this: short-term rentals saved us during COVID. Man,
Come on now.
it was bad because the courts were closed.
True.
There was not a need. There was not a requirement to pay your rent in those months.
Yeah. Several months.
Several years, or a year and a half, two almost.
Yeah.
So let's think about it from the landlord's perspective.
Okay.
You there, you have multiple properties with mortgages on them, and a black swan event happened. The black swan event is what? We couldn't predict it. We could have never predicted that the world would shut down.
That's right.
I remember being in Atlanta, because I still had to travel during COVID. In Atlanta, I mean, every concourse was empty. I walked down, I'd never been to Atlanta airport and seen it that empty before. But every concourse was shut down. So I was thinking to myself, like, wow, the world is shut down.
Yeah.
And so here I am,
Literally.
I'm still trying to figure out this real estate thing and how I'm gonna get paid with these properties. Every property that was vacant, I turned them into Airbnbs.
Bingo.
Bingo time 10. So because that's my thing, if I can't do it 10 times, I never want to do it.
That's right.
If I can't do it 10 times, that means if it's not repeatable, I don't want to do it.
Right.
10 times. If I can do it 10 times, I want to get involved with it. Yep. And I'm gonna tell you what was good about the Airbnbs was that I started out with the properties that were mine, and I was turning to Airbnb. Basic furnishing, beds, towels, linen, shower curtains, dining tables, sofas. That was about it.
Yeah.
Man, it turned out better than I was expecting it to, because that income was way more than you could rent it for. So I could rent it for, let's say, $1,000 a month, but the Airbnb was paying like three or more a month.
Jeez.
Same property.
Yeah.
So during that time, it was going up because no one wanted to go to the hotels because of COVID. The lobby area, that's where everybody gathered. So I'm not going in there. They felt like if this single family home was clean and it was, was put together nice, I'll be safer in that single family home
traffic
with us and not as much traffic.
That's right.
So that was great. And I was like, I need to do some more. How can I do some more? So I decided that I was going to go ahead and not only do the ones that I own, but I also rented apartments. Yeah. And back then, 2021, 2022, something like that, apartments were like $700-800 a month.
Yeah, that's right.
But we was bringing in like $3,000, $4,000 for that apartment complex.
Wow.
Yep.
So you rent out apartment complexes.
As many properties, as many doors I could get on the first floor.
Okay.
Is what I would rent out. First floor. I don't want to have to crawl upstairs, none of that. Go straight in.
Convenient. So you got a convenient area. You got a convenient apartments.
Right.
For everybody. Anybody. Even if you got a disability or something like that, that's okay. I see
anybody and everybody. Now that pushed us through COVID.
Amazing.
Before it was Airbnb is definitely an option.
Yeah.
When rents are, let's say rents are too high.
Yeah.
Airbnb is still renting for the same amount. When it's hard to find tenants, Airbnb is an option. Yeah. Like I say, it was a good enough option to push us through COVID.
You know what? We stayed in Miami, man, and it's a hotel. Dude, it was an Airbnb in them hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the hotel.
What he was
Yeah.
talking about, yeah. I want to say it was the first like 16 floors
Right.
was tenants. The other ones up top, Airbnb. I was like, wow. 'Cause I was like, we was talking to the lady in the elevator, and she, you know, hey, what you got going on? This, that, and the other. Oh, I live here. You live here? Yeah, my apartment's right. You know. I was like, well, we just rented the Airbnb. And then she was like, yeah, because the Airbnbs are from the first.
Right.
You know, like wow.
Yeah.
So that's pretty smart, man. You know, yeah.
I mean, a 1-bedroom Airbnb was doing good.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
People, traveling nurses, firefighters, you know, first responders, all of those. Yeah, they were doing excellent for Airbnb.
Yeah.
I jumped on it. I jumped on it when I figured it out.
play.
It was to the races, off to the races.
Yes.
Yeah. So Airbnb is definitely an option. You know, now since Airbnb was doing so well, there's a lot of regulations and restrictions on it. A lot of regulations and restrictions on it. Atlanta, I think, is illegal now. You can't even do them.
It gotta be because they got cameras everywhere. They got speakers. You got to stop the. You can't have the sound. You can't be loud after 7.
Right? After
Like,
7.
who's coming to this place and not want to have some people over or something
This
like
Atlanta,
that? You know what I'm
you
saying? 7 o'clock,
Yep.
you got it's quiet times. 10 o'clock, quiet time.
Yeah, for real.
I'm
yeah.
not coming to Airbnb. I'm turning up at 10.
Yeah. And they had a sign on there too, quiet time,
Yeah.
11 o'clock. What?
I know
Quiet,
Kissimmee-
what?
Because they knew that they were, you know, workers. There was workers that was in there.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. Just like here right now. So Airbnbs are like gone. You know what I'm saying? They're booked up right now, even right now. Because you have so many contractors in town.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then that
right.
drives up the cost of the apartments. Hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can't even rent hotels for less than, $300 on the weekends now.
The house I grew up in probably be an Airbnb probably end of next year.
In the next
We're
year.
gonna try to make it an Airbnb anyways. This remodeling to it did a lot. It looked totally different from what we grew up in, of course.
Right.
And it would be a great Airbnb property. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna definitely talk about that for sure because that's gonna be needed. That's gonna be needed.
We can talk on it. We can talk on it. It's really a simple task to run one. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very simple because it's like, I think if you say that there's a hard part to it, I think the hardest part is just to find and maintain a cleaner if you don't want to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you don't want to do it yourself, that's probably one of the hardest tasks. And that's not a lot because, you know what I'm saying, everything is minimum. You know what I'm saying? We try to put the minimum stuff when we can. That way you don't have to continuously worry about dusting everything and, remodeling all the time. You just keep it basic.
Yeah.
Keep it with the basics. And you're good to go.
for sure.
Yeah. That's it. So, yes, those are definitely options.
So I have no more questions in the comments right here. Anything you want to add? Anything that you planned on talking about tonight that we haven't got to be due to the recapping and the questions that we asked?
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I think one of the main things that we should probably try to push for is the participation from the children. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If we can get that set up and pushed out like we was talking about, I think it'll be awesome though because if they start young, they get introduced to it. I think they're more absorbent.
That's right.
But when you set in your ways,
That's right.
and you just want to pay your bills on the 31st every month,
Man.
it's hard to change that.
Auto drive.
Auto draft, auto deductions.
Yeah.
Yep, it's hard to change that, but you start them out early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's definitely a better option than to wait until they find themselves in a bad situation.
So many ideas. My mind is
It's running tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, my head has gotten bigger sitting here in this chair right now, man, because I got so many plans based on everything that you said tonight, pretty much. So many plans I want to do with you. I want you to be involved, rather, because you talk about the youth now, and that's where it starts. That's where it starts, man.
That's where it starts. And I mean, It's so many little things that you can start out with, stuff simple.
Unknowingly.
Banking account, what
Right.
I'm saying? Let's just open a bank account with them.
Yeah.
Open, start them out with a LLC.
Yeah.
Just do simple stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not hard. Set up a workshop. They go through the process. They can say they've been there, done that.
Yeah.
You could pay them too. Yeah, you could pay them for us.
Paid into them.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm changing Seven Smoke to corporation tomorrow.
So tomorrow morning I'll be a corporation.
Man, for real.
I'll be incorporated.
Come on, man. Like really. That's devastating news right there. And I always wonder, like, why y'all ask for my social security number?
Like I got a whole company.
Right.
That's why.
I talked to y'all, before trying to purchase the car.
Yeah.
But they
Right.
asked for my social security number, and I know that right then I just felt it in my spirit.
Yeah.
I knew they was playing me. I knew they was playing me when
knew
they asked for my
something
social
wasn't right.
security number. When I just gave you my EIN, I told you it's a business account. Why are you asking for my social security number, man? Like, no, I don't want to play this game right now. But now, okay,
Go check your EIN this evening.
take my name
Put your
off
on
it.
it. I bet your name on it.
And it on there because
It's
that's
on
my
it.
social
It's definitely on
security.
it.
Low
And
down
the worst
scoundrels.
thing is if it's on there as a sole proprietor.
Yes,
Sole proprietor
and it's that.
pass through. Everything that company make, you made.
Yeah.
Taxes, tax time.
Gotcha.
And no offense to my mentors, my cigar mentors, also that's my family also, Smokehouse Cigar.
Mm-hmm.
That was the startup, I guess. That's probably what they was trying to do. The startup, this is what you do.
Right.
Now that we have so much going on at Seven Smoke, I can say we have a lot going on, right?
Yeah, it's plenty
I
of
can't
enough.
say
Yeah,
that.
it's
We
plenty.
got Cigar Table Talk. We have events monthly. We got new cigars. We got a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, I think I think they'll applaud me for this information that I passed back to them.
I know.
And,
I know.
so yeah, okay, good.
So I mean, also, and even if you don't have a mentor right now, there's a couple books out there that you can even get started with.
Okay.
I would just say one that I think every child should read is Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They should start out with
Dad,
that.
Poor Dad.
If they start out with that, it'll give you a totally different mindset on how it works.
Man, I met him in Tallahassee.
What was that now?
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
The author.
That's the name of the book. The author is Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah. I met him
I
in
would
Tallahassee,
recommend that
man.
first.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's a good one. That's a
I
real
gave
good.
I gave the kids I was like, hey, if you read it, I give you $100. Yeah, that's how I got them to read it.
They wanted that humble.
But like
Yeah.
this conversation
But
is
they learn
actually
something from it.
Yeah.
They can make more than
shifted my
$100 now.
perspective on real estate because it's been something I always want to do since I was little.
Right.
Either a doctor, lawyer, or a real estate agent. But like
Yeah.
it's
You
something
dress for
that's
it.
Appreciate
You're
it.
prepared for it
Yeah,
already.
Come on now.
It's something that I'm gonna take serious and look into for sure. So
Oh, yeah,
appreciate
yeah,
you
yeah.
early.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
I would definitely look into it.
For sure.
Definitely look into it. It's almost hard to it's hard to lose in it. It's not complicated. I put it like that. It's just that you don't know.
Yeah.
Once you know, it's really simple. Really simple. Yeah.
And
Real simple.
one thing about us, man, it's we are afraid of the unknown. That's what breaks us down nowadays in this new society. I call it the new society because it is fairly new. A lot of changes, new world order, all that good stuff. But the unknown is scary to a lot of people. They're afraid to jump. They're afraid to, they're afraid of heights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to dive into something that they're not familiar with. So they stay with the whole tradition, or they stay with the whole. They don't move with time.
The routine.
rather.
of,
Yeah.
of
So
life,
yeah. So and that's what we gotta break. We gotta break that barrier. And you're helping it right now. Like this tonight, you being here, that you are definitely helping all of us, older and younger, to break that barrier. Because I'm sure. I mean, I'm 42. I ain't afraid to say it. I keep myself up. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But however, 42 years old and just hearing this right here, that's 42 years of my life. We've just been a pawn.
Right.
Been a pawn out here. And I never heard this stuff before. I talked to some credit folk, but they just talk about the same thing every other credit person talk about.
You know, don't pay your credit card off. You know, those are the simple things they tell us. But they don't tell us about the breakdown, when the statement, you know, that come on, like the breakdown that you're doing right now is very, very important and valuable to help us even right now at this age I'm at, but for the younger folk behind us, and even with this age, we can prepare our younger folk behind us to do better, know better. You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate you so much for that, bro. Really appreciate that.
That's exactly what we all should strive to do. We should all try to give back.
Absolutely.
You know, one way or the other. If you feel like you've been blessed any type of way, you should have no problem feeling like you should give back to someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I definitely feel like I've been blessed, so I definitely have no qualms with giving back to the community.
Yeah.
And if it's any type of events that you want to put on, I'm willing to stand before it, speak on it.
That's what I wait for right there. I wait for you to say
it.
That's what I wait for you to say it, man. And it's needed. And I'm really heavy on this whole once a month, man. We had this financial literacy cigar table talk. Just based on that. No sports. We probably do a cigar moment. But it is cigar table talk. But we just gonna dive right into it, man. Even if it's 30 minutes. Anything is good. Any progress is good progress. So we gonna definitely sit down and talk about that, man. That's because it's just a small piece of your time. I know you're a busy man. Just want to take you away from your family, just for a small time. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you.
we gonna talk about that because it's needed. This is very important. This is how the world turns. This is how the world works right now. Apparently, you know, this is how it works.
Is there a book or somebody that you refer back to that to this day that you refer
As
back
for
to
me?
that you think is important?
Right. That right there was one of the first books that I ever paid attention to enough and said, you know what? It's a totally different world between a rich dad and a poor dad. You know what I'm saying? Even though the poor dad was a professor, he was still considered a poor dad. But in my mind, the professor knows everything.
Right.
So I need to, pay attention to the professor side of things because he's guaranteed a position as long as he want to teach. That's how I thought about it. But the rich dad operated totally different. The rich dad didn't even have a job. So that was like an eye opener. Like, wow, the rich dad was looking at passive income.
Yeah.
The professor was looking at active income.
Like right now, like,
He was out working for his income. And when I realized that the rich dad paid less taxes than the active dad, than the actively working dad, I was like, wow, I need to be on that side. I don't need to be on the active income, W-2 income. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
W-2 income versus passive income. As a real estate agent, not an agent, but a real estate professional, you make passive income because you're not actually out there making the money. It's like they're gonna pay your mortgage and the residual comes to you. So you're taxed differently when it comes down to being a real estate professional.
Key word you said, not a real estate agent.
but a
Not an agent, professional.
Professional.
Not an
Real estate
agent.
professional.
An agent is actively working every day. Yep. We make passive income. So you have to look that up and see what it says about. That might be the next segment. We'll see what it says about the difference between passive income and active income.
for sure, yes sir.
Total different
Passive.
tax bracket.
Okay.
Passive income and active income.
Right.
I'm glad you said that, Barry. Okay.
Or instead of active, just do W-2 income.
Got another question for you. How do I become a real estate professional?
Say it again.
How do I become a real estate professional?
You basically, you can't have any other source of income that's gonna pay you more than what you're making as a real estate worker. So that's how you basically become a real estate professional. You're not making W-2 income as a real estate professional. So that's how when you end up becoming a real estate professional.
For W-2s, are you a worker?
Right.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
So everything goes into your your company instead of W-2 to you. Yeah, it goes into your company.
Bars.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Man, oh man.
We say the next segment gonna be how to create an LLC.
Man, that's great.
Well, and the passive and active.
Yeah.
I like that. So we got
two right there.
Yeah, we got some things we can definitely talk about. So basically, you're saying you're gonna be back for part 3.
Huh? I mean,
You see how that?
Look at it.
That's shameless plug right there. That's shameless plug. Yeah, man.
Said part 3.
But it's needed, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna bless you.
Yes,
Because you
sir.
blessed us.
I appreciate
and you. And as you
Appreciate
said recently, you just recently said that you've been blessed.
Right.
So you don't mind blessing others, and you blessed us, so we don't mind blessing you.
I got
So we're gonna bless you in some way, somehow, for your time, your knowledge, and because it's needed. It's very much needed, man. And we appreciate you so much for this. You know, you took time out. You got your family here with you,
Right.
And I appreciate them for the patience. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it for the patience for sure. That's beautiful though. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Even the fact that your family's here.
Mm-hmm.
So and they support you. Your daughter popped up last time we was on the show.
Right.
And we spoke on it and was proud of you.
Ariana.
You know what I'm saying? We were proud of you. So that's a beautiful thing, man. So we gotta that right there is a plus. We gotta continue that run right there, man. That's a beautiful thing. So we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue it for sure.
I thought Miss Kiera was gonna ask some more questions, but she's been kind of quiet back there.
She got a pen and a notepad. Before the show started, I seen a list of things on that page. I didn't know that was Kiera though.
That's Kiera.
I just saw some green ink with about 7 lines.
Green mean it's got money. That mean that money.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting you on the spot right now, Miss Kiera. So ask these questions, man, because you're not only going to help yourself, you're going to help others that don't know. So don't be brazen. You ask the question if you got them. You know what I'm saying? That'll be great. That'll be great for sure. For sure.
Yep. She already took the first step already.
We got a microphone.
The desire.
Q got it.
Oh, it ain't gonna go that far.
Oh, it ain't gonna go that far.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
Come on now.
we okay. No, he did. No, we asked the question just like you are. We don't know either. So yeah, that's good. Okay, good. So you full. You full. Good. That's good. That's what we want. That's exactly what we wanted. That's why we want to come out here, out in the open, to bring people in, man, because I know we be in that studio and that's our little sanctuary. We comfortable there.
Right.
We don't have audiences there either, but we want to come out because of the impact you had on us the first time.
Right.
I
was paying attention to that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had a huge impact on us, man. So it was only right to come out in the open to bring those that what's the word? Those that won't change, that want to better themselves and their future and their youth. You know what I'm saying? This is us being outside, free admission. Shout out to Big Nick for allowing some of his employees to actually cook for us and have the bartenders out for the drinks and stuff like that, man. So he didn't have to do it, but he did it.
Oh yeah,
He's not open on Mondays.
he's not open on Monday.
He's not open.
He's not open on Mondays, but he actually opened up his building for us to have some food and some drinks. You know what I'm saying? To be comfortable, and I surely applaud him for that also, man. But we set these things up for the people, but the people have to understand what we're doing. Like, this is not just, like I said, we're not just cigar smokers. We're gonna do that anyways. We're gonna smoke cigars. We're gonna have some nice drinks. We're gonna have some good drinks, cheap and expensive, either way, whatever make us feel good. We're gonna have that. That's easy. That's what we do in the Seven Smoke Cigar Club. This is what we do. But the other side is awareness.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Community awareness. Being knowledgeable about things that will definitely help you out in the future, the present. You know what I'm saying? We need that. We need more of that.
You know what I'm saying? This is where change come into play. Huge change come into play. Knowing, when you're knowing, you have change. You can make change. You can change up the whole generational curse that people talk about. We can do that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I applaud you. Again. Much gratitude. We're honored to have you here again, man. I know it's 10:04. We did good. Wow. We did good, Bird.
Yes, sir.
Come on, now. Give me some props, Bird. Come on, man.
Come on, give me some props, Bird.
Come on. Even though you started late, Bird, we still finished at the time we supposed to finish. You heard me?
I started late.
You started late, Bird.
We did good, though. We did good. You did good.
You can't never give me my props like you're supposed to. Golly, man.
You did good, kid. You did good.
Thank you, man. Dang. You know what I'm saying? You had to throw the hand up, tell me, hey, you got to close it out. But we did good. But anyway, the impact that you have on us, Seven Smoke, the energy has transferred to the community, and we surely appreciate you so much, man.
No problem.
Any more questions? Anybody?
Yeah, I definitely pushed it. No problem. I definitely pushed it. I was like, hey, I'm gonna try to let everybody know because I like what you're doing.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna keep on pushing for you. You know what I'm saying? If anything else I can do for you, let me know.
Thank you.
I'll be there.
Hey, after the first episode, man, about 3-4 days later, he was in the barbershop. And he sent me a text message, a screenshot of I'm in the barbershop, but look what's on the TV.
right.
The episode, the first episode.
First episode I did played on TV.
I put it in the chat. I put it in the Seven Smoke Cigar Club chat. I said, man, look, we got some, y'all. We got some, man. We gotta continue to build off this right here because it's big, man. It's big. So, but like I said, we appreciate you so much, bro. This is Derrick McCoy, y'all. This is Derrick McCoy. Very, very powerful guy. Very powerful guy. Very intuitive and very important. We gotta protect him. Man. Him and his family. They showed up and for us, not just for Seven Smoke, but for the people, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we surely appreciate you. I can't say it enough, can't show it enough, man. But it's been another episode, y'all. Hey. I'm overwhelmed again. Thanks to Mr. Derrick McCoy. I'm overwhelmed, man. My mind is all over the place. And I'm excited, though. It's a good overwhelming. It's a great overwhelming. And I'm going to utilize everything that you spoke on tonight, along with the things you spoke on previously.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to my guys that drove from Tallahassee, all the way from Tallahassee. Listen. I'm about to get on my soapbox. Give me a time limit. Give me a time limit. I'm gonna get on my soapbox real quick. I might piss some people off.
5 more minutes?
Okay, good. That's perfect. All I need is 2. Listen, we got guys that has just let's say 28 hours. I get 28 hours.
Yesterday.
28 hours ago. Just got acquainted with Seven Smoke and Seven Smoke Cigar Table Talk and Seven Smoke Cigar Club or whatever, and they was in Tallahassee, thanks to Avery. Avery met these guys yesterday in Tallahassee on a Sunday. Tallahassee, Florida. We in Georgia. The conversation, whatever the conversation was in that cigar lounge, shout out to Fuma, Cigar Lounge in Tallahassee. Whatever the conversation was, it gained something. We gained something. These guys said they was gonna come to the show tonight. They drove from Tallahassee, Florida, all the way to Valdosta, Georgia, to join the show tonight. Now, with me saying that, we are right here in Valdosta, Georgia.
Yeah.
We local, and people know that we're local. We're Seven Smoke, we're here. This is our base. And we usually at Big Nick's also. But for these guys to come all the way from Tallahassee to join us tonight, and we're right here in Valdosta, and we don't have a huge Valdosta crowd. We have, shout out to everybody that came also. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all for sure. That we love y'all. You know, thank y'all. But the fact that these guys took the time out to drive from Tallahassee, Florida to come to this show tonight, it says a lot. It says a lot, good and bad. Because we're right here in town, and if you're not trying to gain some type of knowledge to better your life, better your future, you know what I'm saying? That's pity on you. Pity on you. You know what I'm saying? And this is where we dropped the ball at. This is exactly where we dropped the ball at. You got the information. Free of charge. You got the information, but you don't know how to utilize it. You don't even know how to come out and just even if you're listening. Shout out to the ones that's listening also and had comments and all that good stuff. But we opened up this whole little facade right here, which is this whole little thing that we do, the Cigar Table Talk, for the public, and we expect y'all to come out, not for our benefit. We ain't selling nothing. We ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying? We want you to gain the knowledge that we're gaining right now. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't show up, it's hurtful. But guess what? It's not too hurtful to the point where we're not going to stop doing it. We're going to continue to do what we do. We're going to continue to bring you awareness on things that you need to be aware of. And we're going to continue to grow in every aspect. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's not about cigars. The cigars bring us together. It does a lot of great things for us, for sure. But however, we're bigger than that. We're bigger than that. In order for us to unite and gain generational wealth, we gotta be knowledgeable. And if you're not knowledgeable, you're gonna continue to be the pawn out here in this world. Continue to be the pawn. Continue to pay your auto draft. Your auto draft and everything, and continue to be the pawn, because that's what it is. That's what they want you to do. You know what I'm saying? They're making money off you instead of you making money, off them. So, but I get off my soapbox. But understand what we're doing. Understand what we bring to the table. This man took his time out to share this type of information that he knew that we don't know. He knew that we didn't know this stuff. You know what I'm saying? He took his time out twice already. Less than 3 weeks. Took his time out twice to share this deep information that's very helpful, that a kindergarten can do. But we grown folks. If we grown folk, we should want to do better and know better. For real. So I get off it. But thank you.
Hey.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Law. Appreciate
thank you, bro. Yes, sir. Anytime, man. We gonna definitely plan some type of monthly type of deal, based on your time, of course. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We on your time. We on, you're a busy guy, so we on your time. We're gonna try to set up a thing where we can do a financial literacy, a business literacy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Monthly, to try to bring more awareness. We're gonna continue to work, and that's all we need. We need the community to join us. However, if they don't join us, we're gonna continue to do what we do.
I'm gonna use it.
You know, huh?
I'm gonna use that.
I can tell.
That's right.
I can tell.
I already know.
I can tell how you writing it down.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The young bull, young bull, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great look also.
Yeah.
You know,
he the youngest member.
Youngest member
Really?
of the club.
Okay.
But very intuitive.
Yeah.
He
Right.
want to know. You know, he want to know. Even when he did he jumped into the cigar thing, and like on his birthday, he want to go to a Cigar Heritage Festival on his birthday. Come on, man.
With a bunch of old cats.
You don't find no 20-something-year-old guy that want to just go into a Cigar Heritage Festival on his birthday. You want to turn up. I get it. I understand. But that joker, he's into it. So I appreciate him. I love him. You know what I'm saying? And tonight I saw him. I saw the connection.
Oh yeah.
That he was in it, man. The questions that he had. That's what it's about. That's exactly what it's about. You know. So I applaud you also, Shy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we're gonna get out of here. I'm almost up. I did 5. Okay.
Man, that was 10 minutes, man. Yeah, me, man. Oh, that was a real bad 10 minutes. Why you
About 6, 7.
Hey, don't be nice.
He good.
Why you let Law talk? Boy, you gonna talk now.
I remember that. But it's all love, baby. It's all love for sure. But thank you, man. Hey, another episode of Cigar Table Talk, another intuitive Cigar Table Talk. I really appreciate the love and support. You know what I'm saying, that everybody show us. I really appreciate I got Derrick McCoy coming through again, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Put it up for him for sure, man.
I love it.
Really dope episode again, man. Make sure if those that's late and didn't get the full effect of this interview, please go back and you got YouTube and you got Facebook, and Twitch. You can always go back and look at the episode because it's important, very important. But again, I'm Cigar Law. You know, I don't do it by myself. I'm here with my brothers, my compadres. Starting to my left.
Hey, Diggy Dog checking in for sure.
Cute dog.
Cute dog.
Bird.
Young Bull in the house, baby.
And last but not least, our most important VIP guest tonight,
The real McCoy.
the real McCoy. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, always remember, love on your people, check on your people, man. Wake up, pray up, run the day up, and all else fails. When you got pain, turn it to what?
Champagne.
Champagne, baby.
Champagne.
We 7 Smoke, baby. We out. Peace.
Yes, sir.